Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Yesterday was 11/11, the 11/11 portal, where things were perfect time to manifest. The thing is, in manifestation, we're not at the point where it's just boom and it's there. Sometimes it is, sometimes, most of the time it's not. Don't let manifestation be like, or don't let these portals be like what a huge chunk of the population, Catholics, Christians, whatever, do for Easter and Christmas. When do most people go to church? Churches are packed at Easter and Christmas, right? Because people, they don't go all year long, and then all of a sudden they have to go to Sunday Mass at Christmas, or they have to go to Mass at Christmas. I'm not Catholic, so I don't understand that whole thing, but anyway. Or they go to church at Easter, which is supposedly the birth and the death of Jesus. Well, what is that doing for you the rest of the year? And I don't mean this in judgment. It's to make a point. How are you manifesting? Are you waiting for these portals to come? You know, the 1/1, 2/2, 3/3, 8/8, 11/11. We'll have 12/12 next month. Are you waiting for these portals to try to manifest? And then it doesn't happen on that day or within a couple of days, and then you just kind of let it go. And then you go back to how your life, whatever that is. Or do you go into, well, that didn't happen because I've been there. Well, I've tried to manifest this thing and it's just not working. I guess I'm doing something wrong. So then you try harder. Or you go into, well, it happens for everybody else but me. Or whatever nonsense you're telling yourself. The thing is, act like, pretend that these portals, because if you notice, every month has one. Every month has a new moon and a full moon. Every now moment is a new reason to try to manifest. And I don't mean, and okay, take try out of it. Just take try out of it, because I will tell you, I manifested more stuff before I knew what manifesting was. And then all of a sudden, because I wanted whatever it was, I tried to implement all these things to try to manifest. When I let it go, and I stayed in a place of, this is what I want, and it will show up when it's meant to show up, and I know that. And I didn't let myself go back into that negative head chatter of, well, I guess it's just not meant to be. Or I guess my guy isn't going to show up. Because it had been 4 years. And I made up my mind. I was like, okay, I'm not going there again. It will happen exactly when it's meant to happen. And when I let that go, and the thought started creeping in of, well, here's another portal. 8/8 went by, nothing happened. And I started to go down that, I stopped myself. And I was like, no, wait, we're not doing this again. and I stayed in. It's happening perfectly. I'm not ready. He's not ready. Whatever. The universe knows the whole picture. The universe knows. It's like, I mean, and I keep telling you about my house, this house. My last house. When I left my last husband, I knew I wanted to be in the mountains. I knew I wanted a view of the mountains. And I was told at that point, because I kept looking for houses, I kept trying to find the house, and I was told, I heard this voice say, it's not time. The mountains will come later. So I let the mountains go, and within days, I found my house, the last house. Then I knew when it was time to sell that house, it was time for the mountains. And the universe led me to this house, which has an amazing view of the mountains. And everything in my life has unfolded since, including my guy, now my husband. It wasn't time then. The people weren't ready to, they hadn't been in this house very long, I don't think. I can't remember how long they had been here, but they weren't ready to sell it. The universe knew that this was my house. They weren't ready to sell it yet. Everything fell into place perfectly for me to move here, including my job. If I had not been here, I probably wouldn't have met my husband. I look back and I see where, oh my God, the pieces that fell into place, up to and including my motorcycle, because I didn't have a motorcycle prior to being here. Didn't even really have a desire. And then all of a sudden I work with guys that ride. So I thought, well, I don't have a bike, but I'll go on a couple rides with you. I'll just follow you in my car. Well, that got boring. And I was like, nah, I want a bike. But I don't want two wheels. Because I had an accident on a two-wheel bike like 20 plus years ago at that point. And I thought, no, I don't trust myself on two wheels. So I want three. And I'm not going to go into a lot of the details because I've told this story numerous times. However, it took that, having a motorcycle, to get me to the meeting that got me to my husband. When he was ready as well. Because it was like 2 weeks prior, he was in a mind space that he didn't want somebody else in his life. He didn't want another relationship, another wife, whatever. He got to the point, and somebody just kind of like joking, or well, no, somebody asked him, what can we do for you? And he jokingly said, find me a good woman. And I think that was about 2 weeks before he and I met. He was ready then. So don't just manifest. Don't just put out to the universe what you want on the portals. Yes, the time, the energies are powerful at that point, but you know what? I manifest all year long. Things happen all year long. It's like going, and I'm not a proponent, I'm not telling you to go to church because I don't go to church. You are the church. The thing is, don't be like those people that go once a year or twice a year. Because, oh, we have to celebrate Jesus's, well, Easter comes first, which is when he was crucified. And do we really want to go there today? Okay. Stop celebrating his death. It's not about his death. It was about his life. His death and resurrection was to show you more of you're more than just this human body. Because he came back after he left his physical body. To show everything in his life was to show you you are more than what you've been told. But everybody wants to go to church and celebrate his death because they think Jesus died for their sins. No. It's when you, I don't want to say kill your ego, because your ego's there for a reason, but when you kill your ego, you can step into your Christ consciousness and resurrect the Christ consciousness in you. It's there. You just have to remember what it is. So if you want to go to church on Easter Sunday, that's great. But do it for the right reason. Do it in celebration that, yes, he died, but it was to show, and my eyes are just like so bright at the moment. Do it in the gratitude that he showed you. You're more than this physical body. Only you can conquer your sins. And I talked about this yesterday's video, I think. I don't know. Anyway, you are manifesting all the time. You really are, whether you realize it or not. It's what are you manifesting? What are you getting? What is your life like? What is showing up for you? You know, so don't think that you can only, you don't have to wait for a special time to manifest. You don't have to wait for a portal. Portals are always. Every now moment is a new portal for you. It's what energy are you sending to that portal? It doesn't have to be a holiday. It doesn't have to be a specific day in the year. Yes, it doesn't have to be a specific planet alignment. Yes, those things amplify things. But when you put out, say yesterday, 11/11, you put out what you want. I would like to have this from a place of love, not lack. It is so amazing having a house that has everything I want. And the universe knows my list. And it will be that or something better. I know that. Because just like when I moved here, I got a garage that's bigger than my house. I didn't know I needed a garage. I needed it for my motorcycle that I didn't have at that point, and my husband, because he had a bunch of stuff to go in the garage. The universe knows what you need before you even know it. So, but don't wait for those days to try to manifest. And then when it doesn't show up within 24, 48 hours, a week, a month, you let yourself go back to your lack. Because it's coming. It's in the process. You have put the wheels in motion. And this is where that was the thing that I realized right before my husband showed up. The wheels were in motion. But every time I went into, well, where the hell is he? Why isn't he showing up? God, is he ever going to show up? What else do I have to do? All of that is stopping the wheels from moving. All of it. Because you're sending lack and you're focusing on what you don't have. So therefore, you're getting more of what you don't have, which is lack. No. You're getting more of what you have, which is lack, because you don't have what you want. I think that made sense. Anyway, I think you know what I'm saying. When you go into, I don't have this, you get more of not having it. So use every now moment as the most amazing time to manifest, the most amazing time to ask the universe for what you want. Send out the vibration of this is what I would like, I want. Knowing that puts that car in drive. That puts that car, stop, in gear. It puts that energy flowing to you, and then continue in that place every now moment. Be happy. Be grateful for what you have. Have excitement for what is to come. And know it's what you asked for, or even better. Let go of the outcome. Let go of trying to make it happen, because you can't make it happen. You can't, because there's too many moving pieces. Things that you have no control over. You only have control over you. That's it. And when you do things, when you do what I just said, things will unfold for you. Things, when they're meant to unfold. If they're meant to be, if it's meant for your highest and best. Because I will also tell you, there were things, relationships that I tried to make happen. I couldn't make it happen because the universe knew it wasn't right for me. Now I look back, even though I tried, oh my God, I'd have turned myself inside out for certain people. I tried to turn myself inside out for certain people because I was putting them first. Whatever they wanted. It wasn't about me. It was about them. And the universe knew that all they were doing was taking. Taking. And I look back now, and if you have listened to my last couple videos, I told you the last few weeks, the last week, whatever, has been the past coming up. And yes, sometimes this scenario replays in my head, and I want to go into, oh my God, I was such an idiot. Oh my God, why didn't I see it? Why didn't I wake up sooner? But you know what? It all happened for a reason. So you have to let that go. Stop judging yourself. Be grateful that you're not there anymore. Be grateful you're not that person anymore. Be grateful you see what kind of person they were or are. And you let them go out of a place of love, if nothing else, for you, yourself. Because I know now, even though people told me, Pam, you deserve so much more than this. You don't deserve to be treated like this. They're just using you. Even though I was told, I wasn't ready to hear it until I was ready to hear it. Now I look back and it's like, okay. And now I see it. And I know. Again, you don't know what you don't know. So use it as an experience. You got to experience that nonsense so you know that's not what you want anymore. You want the opposite. The universe knew, as much as I tried to make that happen, it wasn't meant to be. Because they had something better for me. Because they knew I was going to grow into a better version of me. Where I know I'm worthy of better. So now that's what I got. When it was meant to happen. I hope this helps you. I really do. Because don't let these dates, these holidays, these whatever you hear, wig you out. Don't go into, well, or the other trap that I have fallen into is you get busy with life and all of a sudden it's 11:12 and you think, oh shit, I missed the portal yesterday. Well, because I've done that before I knew any better. You didn't miss anything, my dear. If it was meant to be, it would have been there in your reality. Do it now. It came up for you now for a reason. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything happens exactly when it's meant to happen. So whenever you think about it, whenever it comes up for you, I don't care if it's 11:15. I don't care if it's 11:30. And I'm not talking time. I'm talking, well, it can be time too. That came out for a reason. It doesn't matter when it is. Whenever the thought pops in your head of this is what I would like to have, this is what my desire, be in that state of gratitude for what you have. Send it to the universe. Thank you. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for everything that I have. I'm so grateful for the house I have. I'm excited to see the next one. It's fun. It's exciting. Be in that state of fun and excitement instead of, God, when is it ever going to get here? Or I missed it, or it's not happening for me. And again, let go of how it happens. Let go of all of it. And trust. That's the other thing, is you have to trust that the universe, everything is conspiring for you. Everything I've gotten, I look back and it's like, oh my God, I couldn't have made it happen. I couldn't have orchestrated everything that needed to fall into place. That wasn't for me to do. My job is to put out what I want and follow my guidance and stay in a position, in a place of I can have whatever I want. And the universe, is working everything out perfectly. To give it to me. So anyway, I hope you have an amazing day. I send you so much love. I send you so many blessings. Keep going. And like I said, every day, every moment is a new portal for you. What energy are you dumping into your portal? Be conscious of it. Don't just wait until a specific, because you know what? Thank you. That is another way for them to control you and make you feel like you can't have what you want. Because everybody focuses on this date. And then you get caught up in the date. And you think, well, it's not the date, so I can't have what I want. You control it. You control you. The date is irrelevant. It will happen when it's meant to happen. I don't think any of my manifestations happened on a double date time, like 11/11 or 8/8. None of them happened at that moment. So let it go. Stop living in limiting beliefs that it's got to be this way. Really. There is no this way. Other than you're manifesting all the time. What are you manifesting? Doesn't matter what day it is. Doesn't matter where your headspace is. What are you getting? If you're not getting what you want, it's because your headspace that's where your headspace is. That's where your mindset is. So I send you so much gratitude. I send you so much love. Have an amazing day. Go manifest right now. What do you want? What do you want? And focus on what you want from a place of excitement. And see what happens.